these along with a lot of other things, but these particularly what we're focusing on today. And you have a story behind them, like a lot of collectors. So why don't you share that story?
Well, I started collecting rhinoceros horn carvings back in the early 70s. At the time I bought them, they weren't really worth very much.
Yeah? This struck a chord with you, right?
Yeah.
I believe a conservative number would be between $1 million and $1,500,000 for this group.
Serious?
I'm serious.
Whoa. Well, it won't have to depend on just Social Security, I guess.
You never know what's going to show up, and here it is showing up in Tulsa. I'm really pleased.
Wow, thank you so much. I mean, you made my century. Wow. You sure?
I am sure.
Hello, my name is Rommel Orellana, and I am one of America's finest art institutes, the Philbrook Museum of Art in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The pieces that I will be showcasing today are known as Carved Distinction, Horn, Ivory, and Jade. These 5 pieces behind me were recently discovered on PBS's popular TV show, The Antiques Roadshow, and are valued anywhere from $1 million to $1.5 million.
A man who discovered these rhino horn cups started collecting them in the 1970s and did not think they were worth anything. A collection of Chinese cups at the Tulsa stop at the Antiques Roadshow was the most valuable find in the appraisal show's 16 years. What makes him so valuable today is China's power and stance in the world. These 5 Chinese carved rhinoceros horns are believed to be from the late 17th to early 18th century. For centuries, rhinoceros horn carvings have been considered among the most valuable of ancient Chinese works of art, combining great variety, skill, beauty, socio-cultural, and historical significance. Highly prized for medicinal and mystical powers, the horn material was extremely precious and expensive to obtain, making carvings such as the present examples very difficult to acquire and commissions rare. Native Chinese rhinoceros were extinct by 500 BC, and the majority of surviving horns were special imports brought as exotic gifts from Africa, India, Java, and Malaya, and fashioned by Chinese craftsmen for emperors and the social elite. Today's surviving examples are scarce and highly sought after, with a maximum of 14,000 works believed to exist. The cups are carved from rhinoceros horns. The horn is actually a keratinized layer of the rhino's nose skin. The pieces are a rich, deep honey color. Lotus flowers were a common use in artifacts in Chinese art. Some of the pieces sit on bronze, while others are completely made of the rhino's horn. Rhinoceros horns have been a precious material in China since ancient times. These typical carved horn vessels are cups made from the tapering part of the conical horn with a somewhat triangular opening. The patterns are usually a mix of low and high reliefs, yet seldom carved through. Other forms and functions include raft-shaped cups, small flower baskets or stands, little round boxes, and thumb rings for archers. Most of the rhinoceros horn cups available today come from the Ming or Qing dynasty. Despite the numerous praises and mentions in Ming's literary notes of the cups, that the material was hard to come by was perhaps the very reason that there were no artisans devoted to this single art alone. The use of rhinoceros horn displays amazing technical artistry because the material is very rare. In the 17th to 18th century, this would be worth as much as gold. After the 18th century, it was in short supply, and the Chinese began to import African rhinoceros horns instead. Rhinoceros horn carvings have not been practiced in China for almost 100 years, and today all rhinoceros are protected species. China officially banned its use in medicine in 1993. The reason I chose these pieces of art was that it shows that art can not only come from stone, paintings, or buildings, but by unusual materials that we may not think as art, but turns out to make beautiful pieces. Even though I would not condone the killing of animals, I believe these pieces are rare and beautifully sculptured. I believe that art is more than a painting, carving, sculpture, and twisted metal. Art is an experience, imagination, thought, or belief that is brought to life. Everyone should take the time to paint or carve and convey that work in their house, because who knows if someday it might be priceless to someone other than yourself. My name is Rommel Orellana, and this is my Art in a Day. Thank you.